Hello, and welcome to the Nerds Only Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things nerdy. I am your hairiest host, Mother Goose.
And I am your other host, Cosmar.
The one and only.
The one and only. Actually, not the one and only, because every time I try to make my name Cosmar on something, it's already taken.
Who's out here speaking Romanian?
Come on, yeah.
Come on.
What's up with that? Anyways.
Today, we are talking about Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
The new one.
The
2025.
First steps.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Good shout. I couldn't remember what it was. Thank you. Sorry, audience. Again, last week we said we were going to switch it up. Another movie.
We got to add film nerds only.
Real.
Where my board game content at? Where my game content at?
I'm kind of thinking we might do some Magic content, maybe.
Yeah.
We also need to do an Expedition 33 spoiler cast soon.
Yes, and I need to beat that game. Also.
Yeah, before we spoil the ending.
Act 3. Yeah.
But yeah, so we do have other film content, other non-film content coming.
Only film content, actually. That's all we have.
Film show now, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
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 Also, spoiler warnings. If you have not seen Fantastic Four First Steps yet, please leave.
Or not. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you might want to...
Get spoiled.
This one actually was a pretty good Marvel movie, I think. So,
yeah.
You can go ahead and... There's the door.
There's the door, which actually... I think Marvel's been on a really good run.
Oh yeah, when Thunderbolts was really good.
Thunderbolts is my favorite superhero movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool and Wolverine was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Ironheart. I don't think it was necessarily as good as like WandaVision or Loki, but I still thought it was really good. The ending was insane. I won't say what it was. Never thought Marvel would have gone that direction, and they did. And I'm really excited to see what they do with Riri Williams in the upcoming Doomsday Project.
Woohoo!
Yippee!
Let's go!
But yeah, this one was really good. Let's start with scores. What do you think?
I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I liked it. It was good. It wasn't my favorite,
That's
I will
fair.
say, but I did enjoy it. Like I think it was good. So 6.5, leaning towards 7, just.
Yeah, I think I'm going to probably go with an 8.5.
Nice.
So I have watched it twice, and I think if I would have reviewed this before watching it a second time... Sex time? Oh, no.
Sex time? What?
What?
Oh, there goes the explicit tag.
If I would have just watched this one time before making the review, I probably would have said 7.5 to maybe 8 because of Pedro Pascal's Reed Richard. The first time I watched it, I really didn't like his portrayal of the character, which I really like him as an actor, but it really clicked for me that second watch through.
Mm-hmm.
And I really appreciated more what he was trying to do with the character and the writers as well this time. And I do think it really works. It just took me 2 watch throughs.
No, that's kind of why the score is so low, I guess, for me, is Reed Richards' character.
Yeah.
Because I love what they do with him, like showing this self-doubt and this belief that, oh, there's something wrong with me. But then they never resolve it, which was a little, I don't know, with my own mental journey, just in that kind of like the belief that, oh, there's something wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a personal thing. Like, oh, I want them to address that. Like, I want them that's not how you should believe, or that's not what you should think about yourself,
Yeah.
And so they brought that up in the movie, so I was like, oh, that's great. But then they never dealt with it. It was kind of pushed to the side, which is fine. That wasn't the point of the movie.
Yeah.
It's just more of a personal thing for me. Like, if I see his character again, I hope they discuss that.
Yeah.
Because it feels like Reed was getting crapped on, like, from himself and from other people.
Yeah.
Like, dang, this poor man.
Yeah, which we will see him again. A report came out that they want Pedro Pascal's Reed Richard to be the lead for Doomsday, which, I mean, makes sense. I mean, it's going to be a massive ensemble cast with probably hundreds of actors, but if there was going to be one lead, it would be Reed Richards, which
Mr. Fantastic.
the main villain's going to be Doctor Doom. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think probably a lot of that is going to be addressed in future movies.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to start characters off at a bad place so that they can progress.
No, and I know how Marvel movies are. Things aren't resolved in just one movie. It takes like a whole 3-movie arc, for characters to come to their full realization of like, oh, I'm actually not a terrible person, and all that. So I understand. It was just I'd gotten very used to like, oh, when a problem is presented in the movie, it's solved in the same movie.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
No, they'll deal with that later, which I know they're probably going to play on that. Like, Dr. Doom's going to be like, oh, Reed, you weren't this, and I'm sure he'll overcome that.
I stole my son right out from under you. Loser.
I got all this cosmic power right here.
I stole it from your baby boy. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about Reed. Why don't we just go through talking about all of the main cast? Let's talk about Sue next. What did you think of Sue?
I don't know. I'm mildly conflicted. Not really. I don't know. It's a little jumble of emotions and feelings in my head about Sue. Yeah. I think her character was really good. Her character motivations were clear. She really cared about her son. She had that riveting speech, which gave her character her moment. So that was cool. I think they did a really good job with her dying and then her son bringing her back. I thought that worked out really well.
Dude, when he clapped after she came back, it was so cute.
I thought that was amazing. Mm-hmm. I'm still undecided about how I feel with the argument between her and Reed's. There's probably some personal bias there that I have, but I'm still just kind of like, I don't know how I feel about it. But I think her character is amazing. Yeah. So I think they did Sue Storm really well. I think the actor portrayed her really well. So yeah, I think she was good.
Yeah. I think if there was... It's an ensemble cast. It was about the entire Fantastic Four. But I think if there was a main character for this film, it would be her. Mm-hmm. Specifically because the theme of motherhood was so prevalent in this film. Not only with her, but with Shala Bal's, sacrificing her life to save her planet and her daughter. Mm-hmm. So I really like that they leaned into that aspect of the character. I love that, her becoming a mother and Reed becoming a father, it was exciting for them. They'd been trying for years to the point where they'd given up, and they're finally getting their baby, and then, oh no, Galactus. Galactus is trying to be a kidnapper.
Multiversal threat alert.
So I thought it added a lot of depth to her and to Reed as well in their dynamic. I also really love that we get to see how powerful she is. Mm-hmm. I've seen people complaining about her pushing Galactus back, but she is genuinely one of the most powerful Marvel characters. This woman blotted out the sun with her powers.
Yeah, at first when I was first seeing that, where she was pushing Galactus back, I was like, this is dumb. She's way too powerful. But when it came at the cost of her life, then I was like, oh, okay. Now I'm okay with this. Because it's like she's pushing everything she has into this. And it is clear that her powers are pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, okay, now I'm okay with this. It makes sense.
Which just earlier, in terms of her being powerful, I think she was probably the one that hurt this Silver Surfer the most. Mm-hmm. Johnny and Ben both hit the Silver Surfer at some point, but Sue hit her. She tossed her around.
Boom, boom, boom.
But yes, and I've seen a lot of parents, comments from parents, which neither of us are parents, audience, just for clarification, but I've seen a lot of parents talking about how much that scene resonated with them because they feel like it was very realistic. They would have sacrificed their life in that moment, just like Sue did to save their child. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was really great.
Yeah.
And then in terms of the argument, I kind of see what you're saying. I think, maybe she wasn't being as reasonable or understanding of Reed's point, but I also feel like that's realistic. I think, sometimes when people are angry and they fight, they're not being very considerate of what their partner is actually saying.
Yeah, no, within the context, it does make sense. It's like that kind of, you know how you're talking about like, oh, I hate this character, but, you know,
Yeah.
I respect the role that they served. Like when in that moment she was serving her role, and it made sense that she was acting the way she was. Because, of course, talking about sacrificing your child, she's not going to be cool with that in any regards. So it makes sense. Just the one line where it's like, sometimes you being you, Reed, hurts me. I'm like, damn. Did you just say that to this man? Anywho.
You know he laid up that night thinking about that.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh my God. I feel like that's or maybe it's not relationship ending, which I'm only 19 years old, so like, you know how much experience I got. But that was just, I was like, dang, that is an incredibly crazy thing to say to a lover who you're both trying to raise a child with.
Yeah.
But she's being honest, and so it was still good. It was just like, damn.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm still mulling that one over in my head.
Yeah. Which I think we're going to talk about the themes of family here in a little bit. So we may circle back to it. But Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. What you think?
I actually liked him a lot. Johnny was my goat for real.
Yeah, I think he was probably my favorite character.
Yeah, I was really happy that he's got his own little arc with the Silver Surfer and deciphering the language.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. It kind of showed that he's intelligent too.
Yeah.
You know, he's not just the hot flame boy or, you know, the player or any of that. And I don't know, he seemed a lot more caring and emotional than in the other movies where he was kind of like, I don't care about anything. His was like, he did care about his family. He was just very flamboyant.
Yeah.
I guess pun intended, but I liked him a lot. I liked him a lot. I really enjoyed everything he brought to the film.
Yeah. I think he might be, in terms of the live action Human Torches that we've gotten, I think he might be my favorite.
I agree entirely.
Yeah, I don't know. Something that I think a lot of Fantastic Four media really suffers from, I'm talking comics, cartoons, the live action films, is Reed is the smartest man in the universe, right? And our Reed here is too, but these are all scientists that went into space together, you know, and sometimes Reed is portrayed as the only smart one. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in when it pops up in Fantastic Four media, and that was not the case here.
Yeah, that was really cool that he got to have his moment.
And I especially love that, like, they didn't really believe him at first. Like, he had to bring it up multiple times. Like, guys, I think I got something. They're like, yeah, sure thing. You just think she's hot.
Okay, Johnny. And then I like that it was Sue that came afterwards and was like, okay, what do you have?
Yeah. The CGI looked really good.
Yeah, the only complaint with CGI is just that dang baby, bro.
The dang baby. Yes, I was specifically talking about Johnny's.
Oh, with the Human Torch.
I thought, no, that's okay. Just real quick on him, the moments where, like, only, like, part of his body was lit up. Like, he's in the dark at one point, and he's using his on-fire arm to light the room. Looked really good. But yes, the CGI overall was phenomenal, except for the baby.
Yeah, just the one moment with the baby, man. But everything else, like Galactus, the powers, was all pretty good.
Yeah. There was also a scene where Ben was talking to, I think her name's Alicia. Could be remembering wrong. Like when they first meet.
Like his love interest?
Yeah. You could really tell he was on a green screen set.
Yeah.
But, like, these are really nitpicky things. Like, overall, I think this may have been one of the best-looking Marvel movies. Should we talk about Ben?
Yes. My boy, Ben.
Ben Grimm.
I thought Ben was good. I kind of, in my head, he's kind of the same as Zoe from K-Pop Demon Hunters, where he's he still has a role to play, but it's a smaller role, you know? Like, he... I thought it was funny that it went from, like, he just met this random stranger lady, and he, like, fell for her, and then he, like, came back and was like, oh, now I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically, you know how his whole thing is always like, oh, how's anybody ever going to love me because I'm this thing, you know? I think using the context clues, it works because we know from previous movies that, like, oh, this is something he struggles with. This is him overcoming that struggle by pursuing a relationship with her.
Yeah.
But that just wasn't really demonstrated in the movie, except for, like, oh, lady, I want to go talk to her, but I'm not going to. Now I'm going to go talk to her.
Yeah. You know, months pass in between this movie. There are lots of time jumps. That really resonated with me because, like, I struggle talking to girls. Not so much in the like relationship aspect, but more so I just hate talking to strangers in general, which then does translate to if there's a girl I'm interested in, I'm still going to struggle talking to her because she is a stranger. You know what I'm saying?
I got no clue who this is. Yeah.
So like there was a cashier that I was kind of like casually flirting with on and on for like a couple months, and then just nothing really ever came from it. So, you know, Ben going, like, he talks to her once, he likes her, then like he goes to talk to her, but then clearly turns around to leave, and then months later he goes back and actually talks to her. I was like, that's me for real.
That's me.
He's me.
That's me. Yeah, no, I still think it's good. It's just kind of, I don't remember much in the film that like showed this character progression. Like it was, I have struggle, we beat the bad guys, now I've overcome the struggle. There wasn't any really thing that he overcame during defeating the bad guy that would indicate that he overcame his struggle.
Yeah.
But I think it's still okay because, you know, you have a cast of 4 people.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can fit into the film. So I think it still worked. But I think out of all of them, he was the weakest cast member.
I agree. Not that it was bad, just he needed a little more flushing out.
Yeah, which I'm sure hopefully they'll get later on in movies. Maybe not, but who knows?
Apparently a lot was cut from this movie, so I also think that was probably why he was feeling a little less developed.
Yeah, he's just jumping from character moment to character moment. Not too much build up in between.
Yeah. He looked great. Again,
he did.
I think the best looking thing that we've gotten in live action. The beard was a really nice touch.
I loved the beard. The beard was good.
Okay, let's talk Silver Surfer. Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
I'm so glad they went with this route. I'm sure you've already, listener, heard 100 people say this, but Shia LaBeouf is one of the Silver Surfers from the comic, so to see them go with her instead of, I think his name's Norman, I want to say Reed, but the traditional like male surfer that we typically see. I really like that they went a different direction, used Shia LaBeouf, 1, for the mother aspect of it, 2, I thought her, I'm not going to say relationship, but maybe fling with Johnny added an interesting touch. And she was aura farming that whole film.
I know. Like, she had the poses down, man. Yeah, no, I liked her a lot. I don't know actually really anything about Silver Surfer. So I kind of went into it with no expectations. And yeah, I really loved how her story tied in to the larger plot. And I thought her fling with Johnny was really funny because it, you know, it made it funny, and then it also gave Johnny the opportunity to show off his smarts. And
right.
So that was cool.
It's kind of like what we talked about last week with Lois and Superman. Like, the relationship was actually part of the story and affected the story and wasn't just a relationship to have a relationship in the film.
Yeah, exactly. So I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Dude, I lost my mind when she started actually surfing. Like, when she was surfing on the lava that was pouring out of Galactus.
Yeah.
She surfed on a black hole. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. No, that was fire. I thought all of like the fight scenes, including her and her traversing through space, they did it really well with, you know, the surfboard.
I don't really think, as far as I'm aware, there's ever been any Silver Surfer media that's actually leaned into the surfer aspect of it.
No, it's always just been like the flying disc they fly around on. It's never. Yeah, no, that was cool to see. Had some really cool moments of her, like, you know, drifting over the cosmic dust.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, and the wormhole too, like when Johnny's trying to shoot her. And there are moments, obviously it was bending his beam, so he was struggling to hit her, but there were also moments where he had a good shot on her and she just jumped over it or dodged. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Marvel, more of her, please.
Yeah, bring her back.
Bring her back. I really want to see her and I think 2005 Fantastic Four. Well, I think it was 2007. Because it was the sequel. But their Silver Surfer interacting together, I think, would be really interesting.
Yeah, I honestly haven't seen those movies in a super long time, so I don't remember them really well. But I'm sure it would be interesting.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too, but I remember his Silver Surfer being one of the stronger points. Like I was watching some clips from it a couple days ago, and the writing was a little rough, just being honest. But like anytime he was talking, I was like, okay, I see the vision, I see it.
Okay.
Do you have anything else on Shalabal?
No, I don't think so.
Galactus.
I liked him a lot. I liked his character a lot. This kind of idea of there's no evil necessarily, just this unyielding hunger that he has to satiate, you know. I like that a lot, that there wasn't a convoluted plan or like a you're just a step in my larger goal. It was like, I just want to stop being hungry right now.
Guys, I'm so hungry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, just give me your child. So I like that a lot, that it was more of a like animalistic force instead of a, you know, evil mastermind. So I thought that made the villain a lot more cool, because it made negotiation like, you know, go out the window. Like, it's, wow, this guy's just going to eat our planet if we don't do anything.
Right, which I'm so glad you said animalistic force. So for anyone who doesn't know, Galactus doesn't just eat planets to eat planets because that's what he needs to eat to survive. It's literally his place in the universe to consume as much matter and energy as possible so that not just the universe, the multiverse dies, he will be what restarts the next one. So he literally is a fundamental force of the universe.
Yeah, I saw also like in a comment somewhere, he's like a multiversal constant or something like that. So yeah, which is interesting. Like, oh, well, what's the if he eats the cosmic power baby? Like, would the multiverse then die, or does he just go to sleep?
Yeah.
Anywho, but yeah, so that was kind of cool to see more of a like force instead of this evil person or entity.
Yeah, there was never any maliciousness to him.
Yeah, he doesn't even. He just always goes for the baby.
Right.
You know, even when he's fighting the Fantastic Four, like when he notices that the baby's in another place, he's like, "Oh, clever ants, or clever bugs, or whatever." You know. Then he starts going for the baby. Like he's like, "I don't even care about any of y'all or your planet." You know. So that was kind of I enjoyed that from him as a villain.
And on that, you know, honestly, as powerful as Franklin is, Galactus probably could have just blown up the planet and just, you know, scooped up the baby from the remnants.
I know. I was kind of confused. He didn't just eat the planet
and
then find the baby.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. I guess bad guys are going to do what bad guys are going to do.
Well, I think it comes down to what you were saying about not being really evil. Like, that would have been the evil thing to do. Just blow up the planet. It works what's best for me. I really think a part of him was planning to spare the planet. If he got the baby, he was totally fine leaving him alive.
Yeah, no, I agree entirely, because it was like he had such a desire to have that child because it would end his hunger. So it was kind of like if he eats this, then he doesn't have to eat planets anymore. You know? Right. So yeah, I agree with you in that I don't see him as necessarily even an evil force, just like, oh, it's so unfortunate that we're in this scenario at the same time. Yeah,
I think it added a lot of depth to the film. You know, compared to, we talked about Lex, who is purely just number one hater, evil guy.
Biggest hater out there.
Also, again, Galactus looked phenomenal.
Yes, his CGI was very well done.
So glad we got an actual person Galactus and no more of these clouds in space.
Yeah, it was cool to see him like walking around in the city and fighting the Fantastic Four. That was really cool. And I really like the moments where like the eye shields dropped and you can see his actual eyes. That was really cool.
Yeah. Herbie. Best character. Hands down.
The greatest of all time.
Real.
Yeah, Herbie was funny. I think he was a fun addition.
I do too. Which, you know, he's just a silly little robot. So there's not a lot of super in-depth discussion to be had about him, but he was amazing. I loved him. More of that again, please, Marvel, please.
Bring back the marketable robots, please.
No, don't turn me into a marketable plushie. How about a marketable popcorn bucket?
I want it now.
So, audience, we went and saw Fantastic Four yesterday from the time of us recording together. If they had that Herbie popcorn bucket, I would have bought it. I don't care if it's $70. We would have been leaving with it. Yeah. Okay, I think that was all the main characters. Is there anyone else you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. I think the movie primarily focused on the Fantastic Four and really tried to, flesh out their stories. And so there really wasn't much room for anyone else. There was the Sue Storm's advisor or someone like that, but she wasn't. I don't even know if we ever got her name.
I think we did, but I think she was well written and well acted for what she got.
Yes.
She just wasn't there a lot.
Yeah, I just think she didn't get a lot of screen time. But yeah, I don't think there's anyone else in the movie that really stood out to me.
Yeah. Actually, we didn't talk about it last week. We had talked about it 2 weeks ago with Superman kind of starting with a Star Wars-esque crawl. In comparison, this film started with a newsreel. They were going on a talk show, and so the talk show host was telling his audience about how they got the powers. How did you feel as an opener for the movie and also an origin story for them?
I actually liked it a lot. I liked that it was kind of we're celebrating 4 years. That's why we're doing this broadcast now. And it shows that they started to work together as a team. It tells the origin story. I think it was really well placed, and the exposition worked.
Yeah.
It was on the nose, of course, as any exposition at the start of a film is. But I think it made sense, and it was entertaining to watch. We got to see them use their powers. They made it a little, I guess, cinematic, maybe the word I'm looking for, in whenever they, get attacked by the cosmic radiation or whatever it is.
Yeah. You hear them screaming, but you don't actually see it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I liked it. I think they did it well. It's a little, I want to say cliche. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but I still think it served its purpose well, and it grabbed my attention, and it set the story.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it was, I'm so glad they did that, an in-universe thing, than just, again, someone just telling the camera, and then they did this, and then they did this, which is technically what he did, but because it was an in-universe thing, it helped it flow a lot better.
Yes.
And I'm also really glad that they didn't do a Fantastic Four origin story as the whole film, because we have the 2005 Fantastic Four, and then we have the Fan Four stick from, I want to say, 2015. Film audiences have already seen their origin multiple times.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think it was another Spider-Man, Superman type of situation where it's we've seen the origin film a lot of times. So I think it was good that they kind of skipped over that and moved on to something different and new with the Fantastic Four story, in the cinematic universe at least.
Yeah. What did you think of the futuristic 1960s?
I actually loved that aesthetic a lot. I thought it really set the movie apart, if that makes sense, from other superhero films at the time.
Yeah.
Kind of the same how Superman is very bright and colorful. It had that same vibe, which I really liked. And so I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I did too. It really made it feel unique from other, not other, but just the main MCU timeline. In Multiverse of Madness, we kind of got to see different universes, and it's very clear that they can be very visually distinct. But those were just little segments.
Yeah.
Actually getting one in a whole film was phenomenal.
Yeah, and I thought it really set the tone well of the science fiction feeling, as opposed to it didn't have too much of a realistic feeling. It was very poppy, and so it was, I enjoyed it. It really made the feel and tone of the film work, I think, and added to it.
And I think it really added a lot to Reed's character as well, because it is in the 1960s. They get their power in 1961. The film at least starts in 1964. Obviously, they weren't as technologically advanced in the 60s as they are today. But in Reed's universe, 828, they are way more advanced than what we have. Their 60s has faster than travel and flying cars.
Yeah, which is pretty great.
Where's our Reed Richards?
Yeah, come on, where's he at? I want my flying car now.
I don't know. So it really helped establish that Reed is the smartest person in the universe because he was able to create all of these amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
End credit scene. Well,
Yes.
technically mid credits. We get our first look at Doctor Doom. What did you think?
Yeah, it was interesting. I actually really liked it a lot because there's so much being communicated in that short 2-second, shot of him looking at the kid. Because it's his mask off, hand raised to the kid, and the kid's touching his face.
Mm-hmm.
So he seems like almost like a kind force, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
he's interacting with this child, and he's letting the child see his face.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of this like, oh, he's a bad guy, but he's kind of being chill with the kid. What's going
Right.
on here? So it adds that perfect like, oh, Doom's here now, but he's interested in the kid who we know is like this cosmic infinite force.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it a lot. I thought I was like, whoa, I'm actually pretty excited to see what happens next in the MCU now.
Yeah, which other people have had this theory as well. I think Franklin healed his face. So for any listeners who aren't really caught up with Doctor Doom's lore, my man's scarred up. He ain't looking very pretty.
Straight scarred.
So that's a big reason he wears the mask, is to hide his face. And so I think that's what they were trying to portray, is Franklin saw him, was sympathetic, and healed his face.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting because then it's like, oh, now we don't see scarred Robert Downey Jr., I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, how does that change his character and how he interacts with the child in the Fantastic Four?
In universe, I really like it. Out of universe, you're totally right. It is just an excuse for them to have Robert Downey Jr.'s face as frequently as possible.
Yeah, need that mask off as much as we can.
But yeah, it was really short. I thought it was really setting up the film. It also makes me think that Franklin might go willingly. Because there was that clear sympathy between them, Franklin might be able to tell that even in his own evil way, Doctor Doom is trying to save the multiverse. Just as a quick little recap, sorry, we do see incursions starting to happen, and incursions destroy one or both universes as they're slammed into each other. So looks like the multiverse might be dying, so maybe Franklin knows that Doctor Doom is the best option for saving the multiverse, and if not saving it, restarting it.
Exactly. Which, I mean, at that point, he should have just fed himself to Galactus. But that's beside the point.
Real.
But yeah, no, I'm very excited to see what happens.
Same. We didn't really talk about Franklin much. He is hella powerful. Like in the comics, Galactus becomes a herald of Franklin.
Oh, wow.
That's how strong he is. So what did you think of Franklin, and how? I know he's just a baby, so maybe not from the perspective of his character arc through the story, but how the story used him.
Yeah, no, I thought they used him really well. Like everything was centered on this child. Like the conflict between Sue and Reed, and possibly sacrificing their baby or not, and how they're supposed to be parents. The conflict of the overall, oh no, if Galactus is trying to eat our child, or else he's going to eat the world, and the conflict between the public being like, you need to give up the kid.
Yeah.
He was such a good storytelling device and had so many different things.
Yeah.
That only worked because of Franklin. So I think just from a writing standpoint, that was stellar. Very well done.
Yeah, I think, sometimes babies in media can be a little cliche in how they're used. I don't think that was the case here at all.
Yeah.
He was the centerpiece of it all, and I think the story in a proper amount, revolved around him.
I agree entirely.
And very excited to see what they do next with him.
Because at this point, like, now he's a boy, he has some conscious capability. So I'm very interested to see what happens with him.
Yeah. So he's about 4 now, which maybe, there might be another time skip by the time Doomsday starts before we see him again. Maybe we'll even see him in Spider-Man Brand New Day, but I heavily doubt that. If we see him, it'll be in the end credits.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else on this film before we move on to bonus things?
I don't think so. Good film.
Good film, yeah. What about you? Been playing anything?
Still playing Doom Eternal.
Hell yeah, how's that been going?
I love it so much. I'm really loving where the lore is right now.
Hell yeah.
I think some people were upset about the idea of like, oh, they made God the bad guy and all of that.
Yeah.
I think the way that they did it, I'm actually okay with as a practicing Christian.
Yeah.
Like it's reading the lore, it's kind of, and seeing what happened in the fall of kind of the Maker Society.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is so cool. I love this so much.
Yeah.
So lore-wise, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like Doom Eternal story that much because they made God the bad guy instead of the devils. It's like, no, the devils are still the bad guys. The makers just sided with them, so now she's part of the bad guys too, and she's not God by any means.
Yeah, and again, this not again, but this is a fictional universe that has a different creation myth. Like, sure, he's referred to as God, but he is not the Christian God. Like, these things are separate.
Yeah, it's kind of it's interesting. Even within the Christian context, it is. I don't know. I don't think it's as bad, if that makes sense, as some people say it is. Or like as I was initially told.
Yeah.
Like, oh, in Doom, they like, oh, it's so terrible and anti-Christian, anti-religion. Like, I don't think that's what it is at all.
Right. It's very much its own universe, and we've been bringing up I've been bringing up Has Been Hotel a lot these last couple of weeks. Sorry, audience. I guess I just got in on the brain.
Has Been Hotel.
You know, this is a very closer look at Christianity and the mythos behind it than Doom is. It's more inspired by it. But even that, still, like, there's a heaven and a hell and a God and a Lucifer. Like, it's still not the same.
Yeah, it has the same semi-context, but obviously Adam isn't the dude in the show. You know, like, there's a clear difference between reality and what the show's saying.
There's a difference between reality and fiction.
So Doom Eternal story is super cool. I love that it's like, oh, what happened to the father? Why is he gone? Now the con maker, like, did the con maker, did one of the angels go against the father and all this? Like, I'm really interested in the lore. I don't know if we'll ever get answers to that.
Yeah.
But I like it a lot. I really like the lore. So I've been really enjoying reading it. Which also I've heard that Doom Eternal's story has been the weakest out of them. Mm-hmm. I love Doom Eternal's story the most so far.
Oh, nice.
Doom 2016 story was really interesting. It was a really good entrance, or like act 1 into the universe.
Yeah.
I feel like Doom Eternal's really fleshed it out, which I really appreciate, just from a storytelling and world building perspective.
Yeah.
The gameplay is still phenomenal. I've 100%ed everything up to the point that I'm at. Still loving it. Soundtrack, oh my goodness. The soundtrack for when you're in the con maker's like home or heaven, I guess,
Yeah, yeah.
The soundtrack is so good. It is crazy. I love it so much.
Nice. I agree. Again, not one I've beaten. I think I actually got pretty close to beating it, but I really did enjoy what I played.
Mm-hmm. I'm very excited to beat it, and I can't wait to move on to Dark Ages. Yeah. I'm so hyped.
Definitely, again, didn't beat it, but my favorite out of the 3.
That's okay.
I think for me, Doom is just one of those franchises where, like, I really enjoy being in the world. I enjoy playing the game, but, like, not really enough to finish.
Yeah. No, I don't know why, but it scratches a very specific itch in my head.
Hell yeah.
Like the lore, the main character, the music, the combat, the progression system. Like, all of it is just perfect in what I've been looking for a long time in a video game.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it so much.
So you kind of talked about, God being the bad guy. So that means you're pretty close to beating it, right?
Yeah. Yes, I am. I think the icon of sin just dropped to Earth, and so now I'm like trying to get back to Earth before he gets too powerful. Like, I think I'm 2 levels max before I beat the game.
Gotcha. That's base game, or is that the Ancient Gods?
Base game.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to play the DLC yet. I think I'm going to go ahead and jump straight to Dark Ages and then come back and play Eternal's DLC later on.
Okay.
Because I'm just really excited for Dark Ages.
That's fair. Yeah, it might be a nice, especially like, the combat's so different. So, like, maybe if you don't enjoy it as much, there'll at least be that knowing that, okay, I can go back and get back to Eternal's combat.
Yeah, there's still more content that'll be new for me, and I'll get to re-experience the combat again, which I love Doom Eternal's fast-paced combat so much.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to see how the story ends in Doom Eternal because I think that's like the latest in the timeline.
Yeah.
And then Dark Ages is before 2016?
Yeah, so Dark Ages takes place after the original games, before 2016, timeline-wise.
Gotcha.
And kind of answers the question on why he went from Doom Guy to Doom Slayer.
Mm-hmm. Because I know in 2016 it establishes that he was just fighting in hell until eventually the demons were unable to kill him.
Yeah.
And so they just trapped him because they're like, we don't know what to do. And then in the, Doom Eternal, I may be misunderstanding the lore, but the lore is that they sent all the Sentinels, which is like Doom Slayer and a bunch of powerful beings like him, into hell to have this final skirmish and destroy everything. But they were betrayed by the Con Maker and the portal was closed behind them.
Yeah.
And each of the Sentinels died and was killed by just being overrun by demons until, all of them were dead except for Doom Guy or Doom Slayer because he just kept fighting.
Can't die.
Yeah, he couldn't die, and then he was trapped. But there is still the question of like, where did Doom Guy come from in the first place?
Yeah.
Because in Eternal, it's established that he was found while the Con Maker was like, or he was found somewhere like in the hells fighting demons for some reason.
Yeah, so essentially, they found him in hell. And so this is before Dark Ages. After, I think Doom 64 or Doom 3 might be the last one, canonically, before the Dark Ages. I feel like one of those games, you're not playing the Doom Guy.
I think it's Doom 3, where you're playing someone else.
Yeah, so...
like Doom Marine or something like that.
You're right. They found him in hell. They brought him, made him a gladiator. He then helped like stop an invasion, and they're like, "Hey, this guy's hella cool." So they made him a Sentinel officially.
Oh, and
then essentially he serves them for a very long time. That is where Dark Ages takes place during that time. I won't say more than that.
Okay, I see. So it's during that medieval time where he's just in hell. Well, that's cool because during that time, he's just this badass slayer that's just killing. I wonder, because there's the betrayer, so maybe that storyline happens in Dark Ages.
It might. I can't remember. And I don't want to say too much, again, for spoilers. But
no, I'm so excited to see where the story goes. So, but yeah, because after he serves him, then one of the makers goes behind the Con Maker's back and like gives Doom Slayer like just a ton of power through one of their machines. And yeah, so that'll be cool. I'm really excited for it and to get more lore. Do you know if they're planning on making any more games within the universe after Doom Eternal, or is kind of the franchise coming to an end?
I think that at some point there probably will be. They specifically made the Dark Ages to not... The ending will be open-ended enough that maybe they could make another game between the Dark Ages and 16.
Heard. Okay.
So my guess is the next game, maybe even the next couple, will probably take place in between those two. But that's just a theory. A game theory. But yeah, so we'll just have to see.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited for Dark Ages, which I'll probably give some updates on that next episode.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have started playing through My Friendly Neighborhood, the mascot horror game. Have you played it?
Oh, yes. What's that game called?
I think it's My Friendly Neighbor. Is it Neighbor or Neighborhood? That's what I'm unsure of.
Is it like the classic one that was the one that was like, oh, Matt Pat, you might want to look into our game?
Oh, no, you were thinking of... Oh, no, what is that one
I
called?
don't know the name, but he's got like the curly hair and it's like...
Oh, yes. I have to look this up. I'm sorry.
I can't believe I can't remember it. Like the words, it's like something it's not My Little Neighbor, but...
It's not... Is it Secret Neighbor?
Maybe?
No. Okay, Secret Neighbor is it's Hello Neighbor. Secret Neighbor is a game in the Hello Neighbor multiplayer. universe. But
yes, Hello Neighbor. Thank you. I was like, I know it's something. Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking of Hello Neighbor.
no, this is My Friendly Neighborhood. It is heavily inspired by Sesame Street and the puppets within it. So it's
Oh, is it? I'm so sorry I cut you off. Go ahead.
no, essentially it's just what if Sesame Streets were horror, guys? What if they went bad?
Is that the one where like there's the website that they have and you can click on it at all, or is it more of like you move throughout a 3D space?
You
and
move
you're
through
like,
a 3D space.
okay.
It's very akin to the Resident Evil games, specifically, probably all of them. I've only ever played 7 and 8. So, like, you have a limited amount of storage that's, like, in a backpack, and you have to be very conscious of how you're putting things in the backpack to keep your storage. And there's save places, so you can find safe places that'll have, it's got a save button and a heal button. And then there's an infinite or a larger storage there to keep extra stuff. It feels so much like Resident Evil, but in a good way.
Yeah, that's cool. I may have to check it out then.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass now. I will say it's a little clunky. Like, you're just very slow. Like, I wish the character and the evil puppets were just a little faster. Their movement speeds. But then it leans very heavy into, like, puzzle game mechanics. So, like, one of the last puzzles I solved had me finding letters and then putting them in a spot, and then they were double-sided, so you have to figure out which way they were supposed to go. That being said, probably one of my favorite of the like mascot horror games, just because it seems a lot more interactive than games like FNAF. And you actually get a gun, so like Poppy playtimes, there's more puzzle aspects and moving around, but you ain't got a gun in that one.
You don't got a blicky.
So I really like it. I've only played a few hours, but I'd recommend at least trying it.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely have to check it out. That sounds cool.
Well, I think that's everything for today, audience. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, and make sure to drink some water.
And this is your Mother Goose guarantee. We're not talking about movies or TV shows next week. Yeah. Goodbye.